Hello, Intuitive friend, and welcome back. If you've been curious about what your spiritual gift or gifts may be, or what your sixth sense or senses may be, or maybe you are already aware of those gifts that you already possess, but you're interested in learning or rediscovering more layers and information about your spiritual gifts, then this pick a card reading is just for you. So, whether you're at the beginning, stages of your spiritual development, or whether you are seasoned, we have messages here for you today. Now, first and foremost, I do have preliminary piles here. However, I will do live shuffling for each of the groups already here. That's the first thing. The next thing here is allow your intuition to be your guide. Okay, so don't think about what number or which crystal you should pick. Just let that information come from your higher self, from your intuition, from your inner oracle. Okay. So, of course, I'm going to suggest here for you to really dial down that internal noise so that you could be able to hear and connect with your own intuitive guide. Okay. Now, last but not least, you may be called, or there may be an intuitive pull with more than one pile. That is perfectly fine. I'm going to see here, I don't know yet, but I'm going to see here what comes up for each of the piles. And of course, there may be more than one message here for you, so no worries about that. Now, let me introduce the groups here. And of course, as I said before, I will do live shuffling. When you figure out which of these is calling your intuition, it's pulling you in that direction, then you're going to look down below in the description box and you're going to click on that timestamp or stamps. Then I will see you there. But let me introduce each of the groups. So group number 1 is represented by hematite. Group number 2 is represented by tourmalined quartz. Group number 3 is represented by orange calcite. Group number 4 is represented by barite. Before you start, let me ground our energy. Okay, intuitive friend, I'll see you in your designated timestamp. Hello, group number 1. Group number 1, you selected hematite. Hematite. Align to your wholeness. Okay. So let's see what messages are coming through for you here. You also have here Treasure Island. I don't want you to worry about so much about what the card may say, because again, these are or will be here intuitive messages. You also have here Summon, and you have here Raven, Shaman. Okay. So group number 1, what I'm getting here for you here, okay, I'm getting a lot here. So with the hematite crystal here, I'm connecting to bloodline. Okay, this is how this is coming across. Hematite has a lot of iron, okay, and our blood has a lot of, has hemoglobin, and that's how it's connecting to me, because I'm seeing like blood flow. So for some of you here, this pile or this group may contain messages that you may see connect with either your blood family. It may connect to maybe your ancestors, okay? So some ancestral connections here. They may be even past lives that may be coming up here for you. All right, as well. I don't know what, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But I'm definitely getting here a very heavy bloodline type of connection. I'm getting here like generations, like from one generation to another generation to another generation. So that type of feeling here, especially here with the turtle. Okay, turtle is symbolized here longevity, a long time. Okay, and this turtle is looking towards my left hand side. So there's something about the past or a connection to a lineage here. Okay, or a connection to family roots. or some type of connection here for some of you as in past lives, okay? Now, what I'm also getting here with this card, which is the Summon card, is that this person has their finger up and there's just a lot of sparkles going on here, like a lot of energy here. So I'm getting that this pile, and of course we have Shaman here, so I'm getting here that a lot of you, your spiritual gifts or sixth sense or senses may be very much in this, it doesn't have to be, but it could be here, connected to the following. I'm getting here holistic medicine, okay? I'm getting here energy healers, people connected to either industries, careers, or hobbies having to do with massage, like Reiki, energy healing, acupuncture, therapists in some way, shape, or form, because I'm getting here healing. Okay, so one aspect here is that you could be a healer. You could be healing in your own industry or in your own career or your job in some particular way here. Okay, I'm also getting here kind of like shaman, Wicca. You may be connected, or you may feel an affinity to Mother Earth, to Gaia, okay, to nature here, okay? I'm also getting here like indigenous. So there could be like ancient civilizations connected to indigenous roots here. I'm also getting here like alchemy. Okay, like being able to change energy or work with energy in order to create or manifest here. Okay. Especially here with the Raven card, which says you are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your space as keeper of the mysteries. So I'm getting here that some of you here are either connected also to elemental spirits like fae, fairies, okay, woodland, forest, that type of energy. Again, connected to Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, okay? What I'm also seeing clairvoyantly here is air, fire, earth, and water. I'm seeing not only elemental spirits or creatures for some of you, you may have an affinity or connection to that energy, but I'm also getting here working with the elements. So whether it's working with the air, working with fire, working with earth, working with water, but working with those elements to amplify your own energy or your own intuition, your sixth senses in a way. I wouldn't be surprised here if some of you need in some way, shape, or form to connect with those elements. And when you do that, you may be able to connect more with messages that are coming through. So I feel here, and it's interesting because I'm seeing clairvoyantly here a person working with herbs. So for some of you here, you may see that you have a knack or just a kind of like an intuitive ability that you don't know how it's come about, or you just have this natural knack to be able to like connect herbs with healing. Okay, either putting herbs together, making teas, making herbal oils, doing potions, elixirs, things like that is what I'm getting, like creative type of magical it's interesting because I'm seeing the magician energy in tarot, which does talk about the four elements here. So kind of using your power for that. I'm also getting here that through that, there is a component of you, group number one, that heals. Heal yourself, and you're able to heal others in some way, shape, or form. What I'm getting here, with this one, but I'm also hearing old souls. So listen carefully here. Some of you may be considered an old soul. Like people may have said to you that there is this sense of wisdom that may be, far above your years. Maybe when you were a child, okay, you may have said certain things that people were like, wow, this is like a little adult here, right? Or wow, you said something very powerful. For some of you, you may be the eldest sibling. If you have siblings, I feel here that you're either the eldest, or if you're not the eldest, it's like you have had an old soul. So although you had an older sibling, it's like there was a lot of wisdom that was coming from you, even though you may have been the youngest or younger than your sibling. Okay. And this is how this is coming across here. What I'm also getting here is like the conjuring up of energies, which is what I picked up here with the summons card. There's this sense of you connecting with people and conjuring up some type of healing. Now, that healing could come through words. So there could be wisdom. There could be something that you say, or it could come through you creating something. Okay, like for example, like I said before, potions, tea, herbal oils, or maybe through the power of touch here. I'm hearing here claritangency. Again, that may not be for all of you, but for some of you, you're able to pick up messages here when you touch something. That is actually one of my own gifts. I have many. I've developed all of them, but I do at times, and for those of you who are part of my channel, sometimes you see me do this, and that's because I pick up information through touch. Okay, so that's psychometry or a claritangency here. Okay, so for some of you, if you're doing therapist, or if you hold someone's hand, or you're able to hold an object here, you're able to get more information. Okay, others of you here, I'm connecting to whatever this kind of old soul, indigenous type of roots, ancient civilization, connecting with Mother Earth, connecting with the elements here. It's like, like not only can you connect with that, but somehow in some way, shape, or form, some of you may be very linked to connecting to a person's trauma or old wound. Okay, or there's this sense of you connecting to their past in some way, shape, or form. Okay, and kind of either seeing that, feeling that, or helping heal people through their old wounds. Okay, so you may have that type of intuitive ability here or sixth sense here. So I'm definitely getting shamanic practices, Wicca, working with the earth, being able to heal through touch, getting messages through touching, through feeling. Okay, some of you, I feel here that whatever you think about, you bring about. So there's this energy of course, that would be connected to the air energy, right? So there's this sense of you being able to manifest and create, like the magician in tarot here as well. And I'm also getting here alchemy. And what I mean by alchemy is like you're able to bring one thing and you're able to bring energy to it, and you're able to bring, like, for example, something in the material 3D and bring it together. So exoteric, okay, exoteric, which is the outside, the material, bringing the exoteric and the esoteric, which is the spiritual realm, and being able to bring that together and to alchemize that and to help transform people and help them through either their trauma, their old wounds, be able to, maybe you're the type of person that people come towards you, or you just attract people that come to you and talk about their past or their childhood, or you may be a great person that they share their deepest secrets with here. Okay, I do feel here that, again, bloodline is important here with this pile. Healing, energy healing. You have here, yep, constellation. What did I just say? I just said to you, people come to you in some way, shape, or form to get advice, or to hear your suggestions, or to hear your wisdom here. There's this sense that you bring them some sort of peace. So for you here, group number one, your abilities claritangency, psychometry, healing, working with the elements, okay, working with air, fire, earth, wind. Oh, I'm sorry, air, fire, earth, and water. Okay, being able to do healing through touch or through chemistry. And what I mean by chemistry, I mean, like I said before, you know, blending things, blending certain herbs or blending oils or potions, right? Creating, being a chemist in bringing the material into the spiritual and acclimatizing or creating or doing some type of chemistry, bringing that together. That may be here, you know, if not one, it could be all of these messages that I'm getting here for you, group number one. I mean, beautiful messages here. I'm getting that you're either not the first person in your family to do this type of, if you go far back, whether it's your physical 3D family or whether there's this connection between you and a past life where this is either what you did or this is how you may have helped others here. All right. So this group, a lot of healers here, claritangency, psychometry, being able to see past or connect with past events. That's that type of intuitive or intuition here. An old soul, kind of being very knowledgeable here. That could be claricognizance. You just have this inner knowing or this inner wisdom here that you just are able to touch upon or to connect with here. Yeah, it's like you bring people to this awareness. Like, very interesting. So here you have the treasure island with the turtle that's facing my left hand side, which is the past, and the card here that is right underneath is new beginnings. It's like you're able to connect people, or you're able to sense past events or sense here a connection to past and bring people to a sense of higher awareness. Now, again, whether this is through your words, whether this is through advice, whether this is through that type of chemistry or you know, blending or bringing things together, but there's this sense of newness or new beginning that is either you inspire others or you bring through your words or your actual massage therapy or healing, energy healing, connecting or seeing their aura. Okay, and this is how this is coming across here for you. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you here in this group number one, I'm getting like ayahuasca, connecting to herbs in order to help develop or strengthen or be able to kind of do like that journey type of energy in order for you to connect with this, with your spiritual gifts, okay, or your sixth senses here. You have here freedom. There's a sense of liberation here that you may have felt through your spiritual journey here when you connect more with your energy or when you make an intentional choice to either connect with it more, trust it more, or use it more often. There's a sense of liberation here. You're free to do what you choose. There's the sense that some of you, and that may be the case, or some of you may have been repressing this type of intuitive ability or this, you know, this gift, and you weren't even aware of it. Okay, some of you weren't aware of it. Some of you may have been aware of it. Some of you just may have kind of just put it in the back burner, like, gee, I wonder why, you know, I'm so connected to blending things or making things, or maybe chemistry was your favorite subject here in some way, shape, or form. Now, does it have to be science and chemistry? But remember, there's chemistry and cooking, okay, knowing which ingredients to put together. So there's this sense of being able to get the material, like I said, the exoteric material on the outside, and be able to add some type of esoteric, your own flair or your own energy to something here. Yeah, you're counseling. As I said before, there could be words here that are important, ideas here that are important. Keeper of the mysteries, like this shaman card here with the ravens. You may be able to see ravens or crows. Okay, and I say crows also because sometimes they may look the same from far away. So some of you may be able to see sometimes crows or ravens, okay, at times. I'm also getting here totems, okay. So if you take a look at here, there are two totem poles here. There may be here some type, like I said, of ancestral connection here, related to your spiritual gifts here, group number 1, okay. Now it's interesting because it says here, use your gifts for good. And I feel here that for good is talking about the healing that you have brought to people, or that you may continue to bring people using your own intuitive gifts, okay? There's a lot of knowledge in what you say. Your throat chakra may be very important here. You may have been susceptible, some of you, to like throat infections as a child, or ear infections, because ears are part of the throat chakra. But I definitely get here a lot of this healer type of energy, this connection to nature, okay, or ancient civilizations, indigenous civilization, or heritage here. So very beautiful group here. Yeah, 5 of Swords. What did I just say? Wasn't I just talking about ravens and crows? That's exactly. And sometimes you get a little bit caught up in your head about, should you tell people, or should you express, or should you share some of these things that may come intuitively for you. And my advice to you is, or the answer, look, like literally 5 of Swords with 7 of Swords here. There's a sense for you to need to reevaluate how you may see this beautiful gift that you have, because you are able to help others through your psychic gifts, or through your spiritual gifts, or sixth senses here. There's a sense of that you bring peace and relief to those that you encounter. Group number 1, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, to like, share, and subscribe. Please leave down below in the comment box how these messages have resonated with you. I'll see you soon. Hello, group number 2. Group number 2, you selected the tourmalined quartz, and that here says for you, restore your perfect light. We'll see how that may connect with you here today. And let's take a look at the piles here for now. Again, I will do live shuffling. Don't worry so much here about the title of the card, because I will be channeling intuitively here for you, as I always do here on my channel. But the first one you have is chaos and conflict. That's not what I'm getting here, but we'll see how that may resonate. All that glitters. Self-worth. And you have eagle and mastery here. All right. All right, so the first thing that I'm getting that's popping out very quickly here, there are 2 cards here that are already like boom, boom, boom. One of the spiritual gifts that I'm getting here for you, group number 2, is clairsentience. Your gift or ability to feel, okay, to connect, your gut level feeling here. Very, very important here. Others of you, I'm getting here, and that would be for these 2 cards. So all that glitters in the self-worth. I'm getting a lot of clairsentience here. Again, the clear ability to connect with feelings, emotions. I'll talk a little bit more about that. I'm also getting here with eagle, all right, with this card right here, your gift of clairvoyancy, all right, that you're able to pick up messages through your spiritual eyes. For some of you, it may be even your physical eyes. You may be able to see kind of like shadows sometimes. in the in the 3D, like with your physical eyes. But I'm also getting here intuitive eyes. All right. So clairvoyancy is the gift of clear seeing. So you may be able to see ghosts, shadows, auras. You may physically be able to see manifestations, okay, or supernatural type of either orbs or lights of things of that nature, okay, with your physical eyes. But I'm also getting here with your spiritual eyes, you're able to see images in your head, like a photograph or a movie, okay, and those may be very quick here. All right. I'm also getting here interesting, because I'm getting here empaths as well. Okay, so you may be empathic here as well. You may be an empath in some way, shape, or form. You're able to absorb people's feelings, emotions. Sometimes you may even, hold them as your own, but in reality, they're someone else's. That's why you see here two hearts here is like you hang on to your emotions or other people's emotions, or other people's emotions impact your own emotion or feelings here. I'm also getting here, especially here with this one here, chaos and conflict. Not so much chaos and conflict, but I'm seeing a lot of air here. So some of you may be able to feel the energy of a room. Okay, like you walk into a room and you're able to pick up messages here intuitively. You may be able to pick up how someone truly feels underneath. They may show a facade or an emotion or a feeling on the outside, but because you have the gift of clairsentience, and some of you here who picked this pile may be empaths, it's like you're able to connect on a deeper level with people, with maybe even objects, okay? Because I don't know if you guys have seen me. Sometimes I do this during my readings, and this is the gift of claritangency. It's like I'm able to uncover more as I am connecting with the touch and feel of the image that I'm seeing. And for some of you, you are able to do that on kind of like on an emotional level. Okay, it's like you're able to peel or to see through a person's emotions, feelings, maybe even situations. It's like you know if something feels a little off. Okay, there's this kind of real deep rooted gut level feeling here for you. Group number 2. And again, so I'm getting clairsentience. I'm getting clairvoyancy. Okay, so clairsentience, your ability to have clear feelings, or you assess, or you connect to people's feelings, emotions. Not only people, it could be objects, and it could be the energy of the room. Clairvoyancy, of course, as I explained before, physically seeing things, or third eye chakra seeing something. Okay, I'm getting here claritangency here as well, being able to pick up. Some of you may be able to connect through your touch. Like, so when you touch something, you're able to see something in your mind's eye. When you touch something, you're able to feel something in your gut level feeling, or there's a clear sense of feeling something here. For some of you here, I'm getting that you're able to, especially if you're, if you connect here with being an empath or clairsentience here, you may be able to physically see images. So some of these gifts may be working together so quickly that you may not be able to decipher which is which. But I'm getting here being able to connect with physical objects, or even connect to when someone is not feeling well, like picking up on like a diagnosis or something, or picking up if they're sick, or kind of like health or physical body is what I'm getting here. For some of you, you're able to connect on a compassion and care type of emotion. Like, you can tell if someone is heartbroken, or how they may feel about something here. Okay, or that person's emotions may impact yours. It has a lot to do with the solar plexus as well, with clairsentience. And for others of you here, I'm getting just this ability to, as I said, either physical eyes or spiritual eyes here as well. By the way, you have angel number 33 here. So some of you are able to see the numbers 33 as an angel number, or the number 3. Okay. So for some of you, that's important. What I'm getting here with this, it's like I said earlier, even if a person has a mask, even if they're masking their emotions or they're masking something, it's like you can feel the truth. Now, listen to this carefully, because this spiritual gift is not one that is heard too much about, but because I'm a medium, it does happen with me. So I want to share this, especially with this one, because I'm getting this message here with this. I don't know if you guys could see, there's a face here of a like an angel or like a guide or something like that here for you. Okay, so what I'm feeling here for you, group number 2, is that there's a gift or spiritual gift called clairkinetic. Now, I'm not talking about telekinesis, which is that you're able to move things with your energy. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm going to spell it for you, for those of you who, after I describe what it is, you may feel a connection. That's CLAIRKINETIC. I hope I spelled that correctly. And that is, you are able to feel angels, guides, and get a either physical sensation. For example, when I'm doing my mediumships for clients, and when I do my readings here, sometimes their loved ones from the other side come and take the opportunity, because I'm doing an intuitive guidance reading, to bring forth a message for my client. Okay, so I feel here that some of you here may get goosebumps. You may get like the hair on the back of your neck stands up. You may sleep at night and you may feel a presence, and then you can't see it, but you may be able to feel the presence either of people who've crossed over. It could be of your own guides. It could be here, the angelic realm. But there's a feeling here of connecting or feeling physical sensations when there is someone else either in your energy or in the room or around you that you may not physically see, but you feel their energy. Okay, so 4 gifts here that I talked about before I jump into the shuffling part is clairsentience, clairvoyancy or clairvoyance, claritangency, which is psychometry, feeling something with the physical touch, and then it activates either clairsentience or clairvoyancy, and clairkinetic, which is being able to feel the energy of an angel, a guide in the room, and getting physical messages, okay, or feeling them as well. All right, so let's see what else comes up for you, group number 2. What else comes through for you? And you have here doctor. So you may here be able to heal with those messages as well. Okay, so heal others through clairsentience, clairvoyancy, tangency, and kinetic. Okay, I feel here there is this human touch that you have. For some of you, like I said before, claritangency, being able to connect and feel on this level. But remember that I said earlier, and again, this is validation confirmation of what just came through a little while ago. Some of you are able to connect on how someone may be feeling. I mean, literally, it says doctor here. Okay, so you may be able to connect to the health or the physical body of another person and be able to connect here with what their ailments may be, or whether that may be physical health, emotional health, mental health, or energetic health. So health could be in many different ways here, but there's this sense of you being able to pick up on that type of energy here. Okay, wow, that was very beautiful. Talk about confirmation validation here for some of you. I wouldn't be surprised here, some of you are in some type of healing industry. Okay, you don't have to be, but maybe as a child you played doctor, you played nurse, you may have, things like that is what I'm picking up here. Some of you may be psychologists, psychotherapists, mental health practitioners. Some of you may even be energy healers here as well, as far as like career. Okay, but let's see what else comes through here for you, group number 2. So far we have four gifts here. Surrender. Yeah, there's this sense of you. Yeah, exactly what I said before. Confirmation, validation. Remember that I said where you're in the room or when you meet someone, if they could be hiding something, and it's like you can get down to the root of the matter. You feel on an energetic level, whether because your clairsentience is strong, whether it's because you're empathic, you're an empath, and you feel things a lot stronger than others, whether it's that you're able to see it with your spiritual eyes, or whether it is that you just feel a sense of energy that's different. But that's because you are in some way, shape, or form able to surrender to that gift or to that ability that you intuitively have. It's like you kind of allow yourself to be able to touch in that sixth sense type of way. Okay, so there's a sense of surrendering to that transition in the energetic field of someone or in a room, that you're able to then connect on that level. And this person's eyes are closed. So there's this sense of something, either this happens very naturally, it's been happening for many years, or that you've noticed it more as you've gotten older or have ascended or continue to expand your spiritual gifts here. Okay, let's take a look here at the next card. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if this resonates with you, and please let me know down in the comment box how this may have resonated with you. Infinite abundance. It says you're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. There may have been here, or there may still be here, this intuitive, like it's like you've been able to connect on this empathic level, or in the gifts that I just spoke with you about, in a very kind of like you've noticed it more. Like maybe you were born with this as a child, but as you've gotten older, as there's been either a physical growth or chronological growth, meaning from childhood to adulthood, or whether it's an energetic growth as in spiritual ascension, as in spiritual development, there has been like more of this. You've been able to expand it, understand it, learn more about it, work with it more. Okay, so this has benefited you in your own life. Okay, in that sense of again, it says infinite abundance. So this gift has either increased, expanded, sharpened here for some of you. And you've trusted exactly what it says. Trust your feelings and dreams. Okay, trust your feelings and dreams. And trusting your feelings, as I said before, empath, clairsentience, okay, is very a very powerful thing here. Remember, I said a little while ago about orbs, ghost, shadows. Maybe you're even able to see people's auras clairvoyantly, or feel their auric health, so to speak. Okay, but there's this sense of orbs, so seeing orbs and things like that. So again, validation, confirmation, and that. Last but not least, let's take a look here at the last card, Eagle Mastery. You have here the Empress. Okay, so interesting. I was talking about growth, and that's exactly what the Empress is about. It's also about abundance, prosperity. Okay, so I'm feeling here, those of you, sorry about that, those of you who picked this pile, like I said, you were born with this ability ever since you were in your mother's womb. Okay, so there's this sense of connection here to that since birth. Okay, for others of you, this is a symbolic energy here saying that there's this sense of growth of your spiritual your spiritual gift as you have either, like I said before, grown chronologically, meaning from childhood to adulthood, or for some of you from your teen years into adulthood, or if it's not chronological, it could be here spiritual, like a spiritual ascension or expanding here spiritually. Last but not least, let me read this very quickly here. It says, you are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. Talk about confirmation validation here with this doctor card. Group number 2, I hope you have connected with these messages. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 3. Group number 3, you selected orange calcite. It says here, unlock your creativity. So we'll see how that may resonate here with this pile. As I told you in the introduction, I do have preliminary piles here. However, I will do live shuffling. You have here time for a nap. Now, interesting, these two colors are very much together here. Orange, the color orange and yellow hues here. You have time for a nap. Don't worry about so much what the card says. However, I am connecting with the image and whatever intuitive messages comes through. You have here playful with a cat. You also have the angel number 44. You have the angel number 11 here, or 11, okay? It says here complicated. Okay, so this is interesting. Oh, you have 3 of these. You also have here deceit. Okay, we'll see how this comes through. And last but not least, you also have here personal choice. Okay, now as I'm connecting with this pile, I'm getting here, especially there's something about those of you who may have picked this pile, that there's this gift of clear cognizance. Okay, there's the spiritual gift, or the sixth sense of clear cognizance, and that is the gift of clear knowing, like knowing something. You may get downloads of information. You may not have a logical, tangible type of evidence for something, so you may not have that, but there's something, it's like you know what you know because you know that you know it, but you don't understand how you may have that knowledge. You just believe and know that what you know is true. Okay, that's how it's coming across. Because I mean, clear cognizance is the gift of clearly knowing without tangible proof, without being able to really pinpoint where it's coming from, other than you just intuitively know what you're talking about. What I'm getting here is that you're able to kind of know when someone is being deceitful, when someone is hiding something. You're able to see, and now I get it. Okay, so this complicated, it's like you're able to see complex matters. You're able to know how to work through situations that to other people may seem complicated, but for you, there's an intuitive kind of solution-minded type of energy around you. And you may not have noticed, like, how is it that I know what I know, right? And the knowledge that you may know about something, or the clear path of something, or the solution of something, or the resolution of something. And that's because this pile, I'm getting the first, very strong, clear message that I'm getting here is that this pile has a lot to do with clear cognizance. Okay, so your ability to connect here. Okay, look, personal choice here. There's a sense here that this pile, you may have more than one spiritual gift here. So you can pick and choose, or you may use multiples here at times. Or there may be another pile that you've been intuitively connected to that you're going to pick after this, or that you picked before this. And it's like you work with more than one of these gifts, okay? What I'm also getting here is, with time for a nap, there's a sense here of you needing. So this group, I'm getting group number 3, like you need your rest. You need to sleep. You need to either physically sleep, or you need, there's a constant, if it's not constant, there are moments where there's so much going on creatively in your mind, or there's so much going on in your head that you need that moment to decompress. So for some of you, it's physical rest, as in taking a nap or going to sleep. For others of you here, I'm feeling your meditation, your intuition awakens as you kind of like dial down that mental noise that may interfere here with your sixth sense of clear cognizance, your ability to download messages, to get those messages through your mind or through your crown chakra here. Okay, and this is how this is coming across. What I'm also getting here is that you're able to see through the situation of something, or you are able to see through people. Now, this may come in two ways. For some of you, again, like I said, claircognizance, just knowing what you know, that you know. You don't know how you know, but you know that what you're sensing is exactly what it is. For others of you here, you're able to do that through clairvoyancy. So you're able to see the BS of a situation, or when people are trying to be deceitful, or you see you're able to cut through the chase because you're able to see with your spiritual eyes. So some of you here who picked this pile, you may have the ability to see auras on the physical, with your physical eyes. See auras, shadows, ghosts, okay? See orbs sometimes, kind of see with your physical eyes. For others of you, there's a sense here of connecting with your spiritual eyes here, being able to see beyond, to see it with your spiritual eyes. So you may not see it on the physical realm, but spiritually, or maybe when you are sleeping here, okay, some of you may have prophetic dreams, or there may be visions, pictures, little clips of something that may come to your mind when your mind is at rest and you're able to see it with your spiritual eyes, okay, or your third eye chakra here. I feel here that this group is claircognizance, clairvoyance. For some of you, even claritangency. Interesting. Claritangency is coming up quite frequently here. But you being able to touch. Now, take a look at this kitten. This cat is able to touch something here, but whatever they're touching is energetic. So some of you here may be able to physically, spiritually here connect. Well, it could be physically. That's why that came through. It's like you physically can touch something, and then you may get some type of messages that come through the other clairs. Okay, so you touch something, and some of you may see, sometimes, in my channel, you may see me do this as psychometry or claritangency, be able to pick up messages through touch, but those messages may come through clear cognizance or clairvoyancy. So claritangency is very interesting because it doesn't work alone. So when that happens, there's like something else within your psychic abilities, whichever sense that may be, that will pull it forward, right? So for some of you, it may be all of these, or for some of you, it may be some of these gifts that I just explained, okay? So let's take a look here at what other information is coming through for you here. Group number 3. You have here foe. Wow, talk about validation confirmation. Foe is enemy. Like I said, you know when something is off. You just know what you know, or you're able to see it with your physical, you're able to see it with your intuitive eyes, clairvoyancy. You're able to know what you know through claircognizance. You may even touch someone, like give them a handshake, or kind of connect in some way, shape, or form. Maybe touch their jacket, or give them a handshake, and you just know. You get massive information here through the sense of claritangency or psychometry here. But yeah, you know when something's off. Okay, so you have faux here. Some of you may be even better at detecting, not necessarily, it doesn't have to be, but some of you here are able to detect when someone is coming with a malevolent or type of evil or negative vibe or intention. It's like you just know when someone is shady or something like that. And again, claricognizance, clairvoyancy here is are the gifts that I'm picking up here. Transition here. What I'm getting here with transition, yeah, examine the truth. I told you, there's something here with you and connecting or getting to the bottom of something, or kind of seeing solutions to problems, or answers may come very quickly, or solutions, or that aha moment may come through very quickly for you at times. You may not be even thinking about anything. You just may be just leisurely doing something else, and all of a sudden you get this kind of download of information. And again, it's because I'm feeling this group. Your claircognizance is very sharp here. So your crown chakra, you may be susceptible to headaches if you don't get enough rest. You may be susceptible here to tension headaches, sinus infections, sinus pressure. Okay, I'm getting here kind of like the head and the face here as well, because the sinus pressure, because of the third eye chakra. Okay, so again, and also because of the headache, the third eye chakra is in the the middle of the forehead between the two eyebrows. So I'm getting here kind of, you may be either susceptible to headaches, or when you are off your balance, when you need time to rest and recuperate and time to unwind or decompress, that if you don't get that, you may feel that physical ailment. You have here spiritual teacher here. So you may be the type of person who, again, you may be in leadership roles, okay? You don't have to be, but you could be, or you could be the person in your office or in your company or in your family, or within a group of friends that people are like, yeah, you always have that sharp intuition. And what it is you have a sharpened sense of claircognizance, clairvoyancy, and some of you using the gift of claritangency in order to connect with those gifts. Last but not least, group number 3, we have here personal choice. Yeah, like I said before, look what this says here. Personal choice. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are you known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. Now, interesting that this says close your eyes and you have time to take a nap. And some of you may be able to connect more with these spiritual gifts when you take time to declutter the mind and connect more with your inner oracle or your higher self. Last but not least, group number 3, we have here 8 of Wands, messages. As I said, not only just messages, but 8 of Wands is the rapid rate at which those messages come in. Like I said, this is validation confirmation. You may get quick, sudden downloads, quick resolutions, aha moments. It's like 1 minute you're not thinking about something, and all of a sudden you're just like, aha, I got it, or I see the solution, or I get it now, or you know what, I quickly just felt that that person is a little off, or I quickly felt that that situation here, there's something here that is not positive, or finding a resolution here to something a little bit more complex. You're able to have this intuitive gift of discerning or cutting through the BS. Okay, I said this earlier, validation confirmation. Group number 3, I hope you have, oh, by the way, Wands has a lot to do with motivation, inspiration, intuitive gut level feelings as well. So there you go. So for those of you who pick group number 3, give me those thumbs up and let me know down below in the comment section how these messages resonated with you. I'd love to hear from you. Bye-bye and take care. Hello, group number 4. Group number 4, you have barite, Barite, it says, get answers to your biggest questions. We'll see how this connects to your pile. Now, remember, I will do more live shuffling, but let's get down to it. You have new life here as one of the card. Don't worry so much about the title of the card. I am connecting with the messages that come along with it. You have here, congratulations, success. You also have here beauty. Okay, and there's a rose here. Very interesting. I'm getting messages already, especially here with this rose. And you also have here orca whale adventure. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about here for you, group number 4, you are the last group. Again, you may be called to other groups here in this pick a card reading, but starting with beauty, I'm feeling here that this pile, you have a clear or a strong sense of clairalience. Okay, so that is the gift of clear smelling. You're able to smell scents that you are not able to see where these smells are coming from. Okay, so for example, you may be alone in a room and you smell perfume and you're like, hey guys, do you smell that? And everyone's like, no, but you can smell either perfume, cigars, cigarettes, alcohol, scents in some way, shape, or form. Okay, fumes, like things like that. It's like I'm getting here that you're able to smell that, and that is actually that's actually a gift here. I don't know why I said clairvoyancy here, but for some of you that may resonate. I'm not getting clairvoyancy here, but what I am getting is the gift of clear smelling something here. So the sense of smell, okay, that you only smell that, okay, not anyone, and there's no source, right? So all of a sudden you're sitting and you smell like this rotten smell of garbage and you're like, where did that come from? And all the windows are closed, that type of thing. Like, it can't be explained. Now what's interesting is that gift of clear smelling is also coming with the clairgustance. Okay, clairgustance is the gift of clear tasting, and usually people who have clear smell, they may at times also get have the gift or develop the gift of clairgustance. It may not happen as often, but there may be here the gift of clear tasting. So you're able to taste something in your mouth, okay, that it's unexplained. Let me give you an example. For example, there are times I do intuitive guidance readings for clients, and as I'm doing an intuitive guidance reading, I'm getting messages from their loved one who's crossed over. Okay, so it becomes kind of a mediumship type of message as well. And there may be times here where I have had their loved ones who've crossed over, for example, who may have gotten a lot of chemotherapy, and I get this metallic taste in my mouth. And I know it's not me. Okay, I know it's coming as a message because I'm connecting during that reading, right? So that, metallic taste in the mouth, and that for some reason is connecting me to, you may have had a loved one who crossed over who, had a lot of intensive kind of chemotherapy. There may be times where the person on the other side may come across with, I'm tasting like blood in my mouth, because maybe they're showing me or they're making me feel or taste or feel the sensations through my six senses here of how to communicate that there was an accident of some sort, okay? So I'm getting that type of extra layers of messages here that may come through for you in some way, shape, or form. For some of you, you have been developed in other areas, and this is just kind of like an additional layer of how you may be either developing or just more information about why that may resonate or may happen with you, and now it resonates with you of why you've been smelling things that you don't understand or tasting things that you can't explain here, okay? What I'm also getting here, especially with new life, is I'm getting here the gift or the sixth sense of mediumship here, which is interesting because I was talking about this earlier, and I'm getting here with this new life, like you're able to connect with loved ones who have crossed over, people who have crossed over, okay? This may be, your intuitive gift, your spiritual sense here. You're able to receive information in some way, shape, or form from those who are no longer in this physical realm. So the messages are from the spirit world. So whether that be your guardian angel, whether that be your loved ones, your friends, family, and loved ones who have crossed over. Maybe you're talking to a friend and all of a sudden you're thinking about your grandmother, and lo and behold, it may not be your grandmother, it may be the grandmother of the person you're speaking with that's coming through. Or you may say something and it may bring the thought process, or this person may remember, oh my gosh, I remember my father or my mother, or my best friend who's crossed over used to say that or do that, and you just reminded me of that person, right? So for some of you, this is how this sixth sense may be here for you. You may be developing, or you may already have it. Again, this could be additional layers here for you. Okay. Now it's interesting because as I'm looking at this looks like a cloud to me, okay? So again, getting that from the ethereal. For some of you, it's just connecting with your spiritual guides, connecting with archangels, connecting with either the spiritual or the religious guides here in some way, shape, or form. And what's interesting is, aside from Clara Aliens and Clara Gustins, like I said, the sense and the sense and the tasting, I'm getting mediumship here, but I'm also getting here one of these gifts that you may not have heard of quite often here, or the lesser common, is called clairkinetic. Now, I'm not talking about telekinesis. I'm not talking about being able to move objects. That's not what this is about. Clairkinetic, interesting. There's another pile that also had this. I can't remember which one. You may have been called to pick more than one pile here, group number 4. If that was the case, you may know, because this may have connected with that other pile. But clairkinetic is you're able to feel angels, guides. You're being able to feel the presence or the essence of a guide or someone who's crossed over, and you get physical manifestations or sensations when that present is there. Okay, so it's kind of like your sixth sense alerts you that there's another presence here within your energy space. You may feel that when you're by yourself. Like sometimes you're like, I'm alone physically in my apartment or in my house or in my car, but I feel another presence. So for some of you here, that may come through in that way, shape, or form here. So I'm getting that as well. For others of you here, you may have the gift of, I'm getting here of hearing, which is a clear audience. Now, the hearing part is not, well, okay, could be either one here. I'm being corrected by my guides here. All right, so let me talk a little bit about this one here, which is the orca whale. So orca whales, sonar, singing, tunes, frequencies here, okay? What I'm getting here with you is that some of you that have picked this pile, you have the gift of clear hearing. Now, for some of you, you can physically hear things on the outside. This has nothing to do with, medical problems or anything like that, or medical issues or anything like that. You're sitting, reading something, and all of a sudden you hear your name being called, yet there's no one there. Or you may hear something external. So it could be like, it could feel like it's coming from the physical world, but in reality, it's not. It's coming from the ethereal in some way, shape, or form. So you may be able to hear physical manifestations of things, hearing footsteps, being able to hear a baby cry or a dog bark, and it's like, why am I hearing that when there is nothing happening around me that can give a clear explanation or indication of why you may be hearing that. For others of you, this may happen internally, meaning you may hear your own voice in your mind, okay? You may hear ear ringing at times, okay? So you're getting downloads of information here. You may hear the pitch, a high pitch type of hearing that's not linked. Now listen carefully. This is not linked to any medical causes. It just happens with you, okay? Or you notice that around you, okay? So again, that could be the gift of clear audience. You have here service, And what I'm getting here, again, I'm getting here as this coming across as mediumship, okay? So being able to open the door to that ethereal realm so that they can communicate with you and you can communicate with them here. You also have here thought. So again, there have been situations, circumstances, or events here where you may be second guessing the things that I have shared with you here today. It's like, oh wow, I've always thought, or I've never understood, or no one really explained it to me in that way. And this reading is shedding more light on those thoughts surrounding here your sixth senses or your spiritual gifts. Okay, let's take a look at the next deck here, and you have here trust. Okay, so again, trusting yourself, trusting that you are a sensitive person here. You get the deer here, that's all about sensitivity. You also have here birds, so some of you may now trust your intuition more, or the sixth sense more, or after this reading, it's like you're going to trust it more. Okay, you're going to give more credibility to your own gifts. Next deck here, you have justice. Okay, so there's the sense of illumination here for you. There's a sense of an aha, something has sparked. And very interesting, you have two cards here that have that brightness. And as I said before here for you, this was coming across as a cloud. So for some of you here, like I said, mediumship here, a very strong sixth sense here for you. All right. So let's recap here the gifts that I picked up here for this pile. So I have clear audience, clear aliens, which is the ability to smell things that are not there, clear gustance, which is the clear tasting, mediumship, and clear clear kinetic. Okay, that's CLARKINETIC, which is connecting with angels and guides and feeling the physical sensations when they are around. Last but not least, let's take a look at the last card here for you, and you have the Knight of Cups. Now, very interesting that I was talking about the clairkinetic, or the ability to physically connect with your body and sense when another presence is there. It's because that gift is connected to the heart chakra, believe it or not. So it's very interesting here that you have the Knight of Cups. Okay, so again, I'm getting more light here in the sky. You have a horse here, kind of looking as the movement of things here. And what I'm getting here, especially under the orca, is that you may feel, hear, or sense this type of frequency here. Okay, in regards to that clear audience, your ability to hear your inner thoughts, or being able to hear messages or sounds that are external but are unexplainable. Group number 4, I hope these messages have been insightful for you. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share down below in the comments section. How did these messages resonate with you? I'll talk to you soon, and I'll see you soon.